Inferences are conclusions or interpretations that you come to when you're trying to figure something out, while inferring is what the mind does when you are figuring something out. All reasonings contain inferences or interpretations from which we draw our conclusions in order to give meaning to our data. You should only infer what the evidence implies, and you should not infer no more or no less than what is being implied in the situation. Some questions in order to check your inferences are: what conclusion am I coming to? Is my inference logical, or what are you basing your reasoning on? All reasonings are an attempt to be able to solve a question or a problem or figure some issue out. You need to be able to state the question accurately and clearly in order to guide our thinking down the right path. You can even express the question in several different ways in order to clarify its meaning, or you could even break up the question into smaller categories, which will help the question out. The question is the one that lays out the issue, therefore, it'll guide our thinking down where it should be. But if a question is too vague, then our thinking path is not going to be guided down the right way, because it lacks clarity. Therefore, the question should be clear and precise. Some questions that can target the question at issue are: what is the question that's being asked? Because I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be answering. Is this question clear enough? Is there a better way I could word this question? Or you could even say, I'm not sure exactly what's being asked in this question. Is there a better way to explain this to me?
When it comes to purpose, it is basically your goal, your objective, and what you're trying to accomplish. When it comes to purpose, you always want to make sure that it's clear and justifiable. You always want to make sure that you're on target and that you're always aiming for the same goal. Some things that you want to question yourself is: what is my purpose? Why am I doing this? What is the purpose of this? What is the purpose of the objective or the goal? That is something you want to keep in mind. Another thing you want to ask yourself is: what are you aiming? What are you aiming to get out of your objective in the end?
Information is one element of thought, which is based on data, observation, and experiences. Some important points to be aware are to search for information that supports your data, and to make sure that all your information used is accurate and relevant. Make sure you have enough information as possible. To gather information is to have facts, evidence, and experiences. Important questions to gather information are: what information do I need to answer these questions? Is information relevant to our purpose or goal? How do we know this information, data, or testimony is accurate? Have we left out any important information that we need to consider?
All paths of reasoning will lead to implications or consequences in some way or another. Implications follow thoughts, while complications follow from actions. Before acting, it's always ideal to thoroughly consider the positive and negative consequences, and then you can plan accordingly before you act. All reasoning is actually shaped and formed by concepts. Concepts can be theories, definitions, laws, and principles. It's always important to clarify your concepts, though, and you make sure to consider all alternatives, and you're using them with precision. You don't want to be implying or exaggerating your concepts. You want to be specific to ensure that you're using them properly and you have the right justification to be using them.
Point of view is the place from which you view something, and it includes what you looking at and the way you are seeing it. Assumptions are beliefs you take for granted, and they usually operate on an unconscious level of thought.